when I was trying to get Emma to date me. First thing I did, let the air out of her tires. She couldn't go anywhere. She needed a lift. I said, hey, you need a lift? She copped right in the car.
Does she know this story?
No, she doesn't know the story.
Does she watch your show?
The Jesse Jr. does.
You're basically the Zodiac killer.
It has a happy ending.
Really?
Yes, we're married.
Did you really do that?
Is that the first time you did it, or did you use that before?
It works like a charm.
Nice, let's egg him on. That was Jesse Waters explaining how he got his current wife, Emma, to start dating him. By the way, he was married at the time. And if you thought that was creepy, wait until you hear how they met. So here's some context. So he married his first wife, Noelle, in 2009. They met at Fox News, but they worked in separate departments. Jesse was working for Bill O'Reilly's show at the time, and Noelle worked for the advertising and promotions department and was the host of a web show called iMag Style. So the couple had twins together, they had children, they were married, but apparently that wasn't good enough for him. He wasn't ready to settle down with Noelle, but he was eyeing his associate producer. Waters, in the midst of divorce due to an affair with the 25-year-old associate producer, Waters' wife, Noelle Waters, filed for divorce in October of 2017. Sources said the 39-year-old host informed the network of his adulterous relationship with Emma, the person he's married to now, shortly after Noelle filed divorce papers. And then Noelle was also transferred to the Ingram angle. I'm sorry, Emma was transferred to the Ingram angle, so they're not working together. Anyway, I wanted to give you that context because all the family values stuff we already knew was BS, but this really, really seals the deal. The other thing is, letting the air out of her tires to essentially force her to take a ride with you to get home. I mean, I personally wouldn't brag about that, but not only did he brag about it, it was something that was totally egged on and supported by all those other people on that panel.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do nuance here. First off, on his first marriage, they were in different departments. Office romances do happen. We had one here, neither person works here anymore. They left for different jobs. So nothing went wrong, and they were in different departments. They didn't report into each other, etc. And I'll even give him credit on his second wife. They switched departments, so that's fine. Okay, things happen.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't really,
no. Hold on. Let me give the whole thing. Okay. So at that point, he hasn't lost me yet, and I don't care about his divorce. That's his own issue. Divorces happen, right? But now you tell us that you're a stalker, and while she reported into you, you vandalized her car so she couldn't get home. She would be trapped and need your assistance so you could have a captive audience. Now, wait a minute, this is a totally different conversation. Okay, that's crazy. And it's not something to laugh over. I mean, imagine your daughter is working with someone and her boss deflates her tires so she can't go home. So she has to go into his creepy car where he then tries to seduce her or whatever he does. Right?
Believe me, there are plenty of daughters who deal with predatory behavior from their bosses. That's what Me Too started off as being about. And I don't know that the culture has really changed all that much, but I mean, it certainly hasn't changed at a place like Fox News, which was of course embroiled in the Me Too era, right? Because of all the various people in positions of power that were accused of sexual harassment, rape, all of that stuff, right? And it's just amazing to me that he's just openly admitting this, and everyone there is like, oh, so great, like Jesse Waters, look at what he did. And by the way, look, the reason why I don't care about people's divorces, right? Sometimes relationships don't work, and it is what it is. But they divorced because he was having the affair with his associate producer, who was reporting to him at the time.
Yeah, I hear you. And guys, he said he did it multiple times. So whose cars did he vandalize in an effort to get a relationship started with them? And did they actually drive the car? Because maybe you don't notice that your tire is deflated, and then that's a real safety issue. Like, did he endanger their health and their safety in a weird stalking attempt at trying to get a date? How many people did he do this to?
What I want to know is he using enough red light therapy on his genitals like Tucker Carlson advocates for? Because clearly he is lacking in the masculinity department and can't get women to date him based on his personality, based on his strength, based on how interesting he might be. He has to resort to those kinds of stunts in order to have a captive audience to get the women to date him.
Yeah, and is it deflating the tire a little bit, which is problematic? Is it completely deflating, or is it not? Or is it slashing the tire? How did you deflate the tire? Because if you're slashing the tires, you're an actual psycho killer. Okay, so
I would not be surprised.
Right. Now, obviously I'm doing hyperbole there. To the best of our knowledge, Jesse Dirty Waters has not killed anyone. He's only captured them and kind of quasi-kidnapped them in order to sexually molest them.
Allegedly, like we don't know if there was molestation happening. Okay. That's strong. Yeah.
No. I said he tried to, right, in an attempt to, right. And in this particular case, apparently she at some point conceded, and then they had a relationship and they got married, right? God bless. Okay, but what about the other women? By the way, it's still not okay in this case. Okay, you can't go deflate the tires of a woman to try to get a date. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, under any context. But how about the women who didn't agree? What else did he do to their cars? How else did he endanger their lives? Okay, if you're going around deflating tires, are you cutting brake lines? What are you doing, right?
Oh my God.
But to him, he thinks this is all normal. Remember the segment I mean, there's a million horrible segments he's done, but the one where he went to Chinatown and just made fun of Chinese people and thought that was really funny. Like, look at them, they're Chinese, they're different than us, So that guy, of course, turns around and goes, I deflated her tires so she couldn't leave, and she had to take a ride with me, and we'll see how that ride turned out. I've done it many times, and he thinks that's normal. And everybody on the panel are like, yes, that's when remember when Jesse kidnapped the associate producer? and then it worked. It worked and he actually got married to her. All right, if that's your idea of a good time, right wingers, and well, that's what I'm worried about. No, it's not all right, and that probably is their idea of a good time. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.